Hi, I'm Robin Gaines, and this is my Culturally Responsive Classroom Library presentation. I am interning in a preschool classroom in the Kyrene District at the Cerritos Leadership Academy. It is a public school in the Kyrene District, and I am placed in Ms. Bell's preschool classroom. A classroom library is not only an important center for young students, but it is vital in exposing themselves to different people, communities, races, ethnicities, religions, etc. Having a wide variety of books for children to choose from is key to exposing children to the world around them. In my internship classroom, my mentor changes her books in the library based on that theme the month. My mentor teacher has a closet full of books in her classroom, but she will alternate between the books for the different themes. The theme of this month was fall and Thanksgiving. A lot of the 30 books that I assessed in the classroom library related to the theme of the month. My mentor teacher was worried that she would not hit on all the items on the Culturally Responsive Classroom Library Audit Tool. She told me that during the beginning of her career she worked harder to make sure she hit on every category, at least, but over the years it has slipped her mind. She still tries to make a culturally responsive library for her classroom, but admitted that she focuses more on the theme than the audit tool. This slide deals with the genders of the characters found in the books. As you can see, the majority of the books assessed were on non-human characters. This was because of the theme of the month. Here are some pictures of the books. A lot of the books that I assessed again were informational books about the animals, and this can be demonstrated in the second picture on this slide. This slide and graph focus on race. There were 6 books that had African American characters, but only 4 had them as main characters. There were 4 books that had Asian or Asian American characters in the books, and 2 that had them as main characters. There were 3 books that had Latinx characters, but only 1 that had them as the main character. There were 4 books that had Native characters, and only 1 that had them as main characters. There were 11 books that had white characters, and 9 where they were the main character. I was happy that each section was touched upon in the classroom library. I just wish there had been more books like these. Here are some pictures of the different races of characters on the cover and inside the book. This slide touches on inclusion. My internship classroom has 2 students with disabilities in the class, so I was excited to see there was a selection of inclusion books in the library. Here are some pictures showing the different types of inclusion books found inside the classroom library. This also helps the other students to help understand their peers. This section surprised me when I was looking throughout the books. A lot of the books I assessed dealt with animals, which is why there are 13 books in rural areas. This was because they were set on farm animals and they were set on a farm. There were also 6 books in suburban areas, which relates to the children in the classroom because a lot live in local neighborhoods. It was surprising to me that there were no books set in the desert because all of the students live in Arizona. This slide focuses on the continents and different locations of where the book takes place. I was very disappointed when I was assessing the library because the only continent showcased was North America. I feel as though the theme really hindered the books found inside the library. Here is a slide that focuses on the classroom demographics found inside my internship classroom. I think that my internship library did an okay job at providing newer books. I do think that there could have been a bigger selection of books available, but there was at least 1 or 2 books for every student to see themselves represented. I think that my classroom internship library needs a lot of help when it comes to providing window books, because there was hardly any available to the students. Thank you for viewing my culturally responsive library presentation.